time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone. I was driving in my car again, listening to my MP3s off my mini tablet that I Bluetooth into my car, and on came a song that I love. The song is called Hickory Wind. Now, this happened to be Hickory Wind alternate version, and it was being done by Graham Parsons. Now, Graham Parsons wrote this song with Bob Buchanan when they were in the International Submarine Band together, but didn't record it. It wasn't recorded until March 9th of 1968 when he joined the Byrds. This song appeared on the Byrds' groundbreaking country rock album, Sweetheart of the Rodeo, which also came out in 1968. If you've never heard this album, you gotta give it a listen. It is phenomenal. Well, Graham Parsons plays acoustic guitar and piano and sings the song. Chris Hillman plays bass, Roger McGuinn plays banjo, and Kevin Kelly plays drums on this track by the Byrds. And I love the song. It's just a really cool song. So I thought, what would be kind of fun is to do a version by Graham Parsons other than this alternate version. So I looked, and Graham Parsons really didn't record it for one of his 2 solo albums that he had prior to his death. Now, there is a live version that was on an album that is part of a medley, and I didn't want to do that. So I thought, well, maybe we do go back to the Byrds version because Graham Parsons does the vocals on that song. So I was looking around and found that Emmylou Harris also does a cover of Hickory Wind. And this is on her album called Blue Kentucky Girl that she released in 1979. What's interesting about Emmylou Harris is she is like the groundbreaking female vocalist for country rock music. And she is that yet today. She kind of started that genre. Well, the other interesting fact about Emmylou Harris is she was discovered by Graham Parsons. And Graham Parsons had her on his 2 solo albums. And she sang quite a number of duets with Graham Parsons. So I thought this would be a great comparison to do the Byrds version of the song Hickory Wind, and then follow that up with Emmylou Harris's version, which I'm sure she was thinking of Graham Parsons when she recorded it. So here we go with Hickory Wind. We'll start with the Byrds.
In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the oak tree that we used to climb, but now when I'm I always pretend that I'm getting the feel of Hickory Wind.
So imagine this, okay? This is the Byrds. An album that came out in 1968, right after the psychedelic era. And the Byrds were a little bit into the psychedelic. They were like almost jangly folk, jangly rock, and a little bit of psychedelic as well. And then all of a sudden, they put out this country album. Imagine what the fans thought when they bought this album, and it was like, wow, there's fiddles in here, there's steel guitar in here. The vocalist has a real country sound to his voice. It was like totally different, but the music was starting to change. The band was was coming out with their album Music from Big Pink. Again, very countrified album. So the whole genre of music was starting to move away from this kind of psychedelic, harder edged rock and roll into a new sound called country rock. And Graham Parsons was the main focus of that country rock. If you've ever heard the International Submarine Band, you could hear a lot of that country rock in their style of music as well. So this is just fantastic. I just love this song. I love the lyrics. They're very much, if you close your eyes and just listen to the lyrics, you can picture what Graham Parsons is singing about. And then, like I said, all of those country styled instruments playing in here just add to a whole new level of sound for rock and roll. So let's keep on going.
Of Hickory Wind. I'd started out younger, had most everything, all the riches and pleasure. What else can life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home. Hickory Wind. It's a hard way to find out.
Okay, instrumental break comes in, and it's a pedal steel guitar. It's like, wow, who would put a pedal steel guitar into a instrumental break on a Byrds song? I mean, that's not something that you would normally hear. Again, just something that's totally different for a group coming out of like '67, where they were starting to do more of a psychedelic sound with a country feel to it, but they've gone totally country on this song, and it is great. Love the pedal steel guitar. It just adds so much to this song. Let's keep on going.
It's a hard way to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home. Hickory Wind keeps calling me home. Hickory Wind.
Wow, fantastic! Just a great song. I just every time I hear it, it's like it's such a special song. And now I didn't have the Sweetheart of the Rodeo album in the '60s. I didn't buy it. I think I had one or two Byrds albums at the time, but I got into this album in the '90s. That's when I first really heard the whole album, and I just thought, wow, what a change from the earlier '60s Byrds to this particular album. And this song especially stuck out to me. I just thought the vocals on it were excellent. There was very countrified vocals. You had that pedal steel guitar, you had the violin, you had the piano in there, the acoustic guitars, and the whole thing is set up to take a rock band and move them into country music. And this just set the stage for so many other groups to follow. Like I said, you had the band. Later on, you had the Eagles. There were so many different groups that kind of stepped off of this particular album, the Sweetheart of the Rodeo album. And this song is like classic Byrds from that era. And they did so many other albums after Sweetheart of the Rodeo, but they weren't as country as this album. They had the country rock feel to them, but it wasn't this twangy sound that they had on Sweetheart of the Rodeo. Just great song. So now let's move over to 1979 and listen to Emmylou Harris do a cover version of this song.
In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the oak tree that we used to climb. But it makes me feel better each time it begins. Calling me home. Hickory
So Emmylou takes a little bit different stab at this song. It's musically very stark. You got the acoustic guitar starts out, and then a violin comes in. And so far, I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't heard this version before, so this is new to me. But it seems like she's really kind of tried to keep the music simplistic, and then she uses her voice to carry out the mood of the song and how she uses her voice on the lyrics. And she's also kind of slowed the song down a little bit as well. But you've got that acoustic guitar, you got the violin. I don't know if other instruments are going to be coming in or not. And then her voice. She's got one of the most fantastic country rock voices that I know of. Now, you could almost compare and say Linda Ronstadt had a better country rock voice, but Linda Ronstadt was all over the place. I mean, she could sing rock and roll, she could sing ballads, she could sing songs from the 40s, she could sing Mexican folk songs. She was all over the board. While Emmylou Harris, pretty much stuck to that country rock female sound. And so I think she has a better touch on that style. And she's got a great voice. I love her voice. A lot of feeling and emotion in her voice, especially on this song so far. Let's keep on going.
Hickory I started out younger than most everything
she's really started to add instruments into this song. As I mentioned when I stopped it the first time, we had an acoustic guitar and we had a violin. Then a piano came in. Then an electric guitar came in. And now electric guitar playing slide comes in. So she's starting to build up the musical portion of this song, yet her voice still stands out above all of that music that's playing. And like I said, she just has such a fantastic way of delivering a song, and she's doing a fantastic job on this song. I just love the way her voice carries on this song, and then she kind of does a little bit of cracking on her voice as well as she's hitting some of those country types of twang sounds that she's singing. Just really, really like how she's delivering this song. Let's keep on going.
It's a hard way to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. But it makes me feel better each time it begins. Calling me home, Hickory Wind keeps calling me home, Hickory Wind. In South Carolina.
Sorry about that. I'm having problems with my mouse. It just isn't activating like it should. One of these days I got to go out and buy a new one. But anyways, great version of that song. Man, that was great. I love the ending, the way she sang the ending of this thing. And right before I had stopped it, then I started up again. The bass guitar came in, the drum came in, more instruments came in. So she was really building up a crescendo for this song with the instruments, and she did it with her voice too. I just think she did a marvelous job on the ending of this song. I just love how she used her voice to show a lot of emotion on those last words of the song. Fantastic version of the song. Really, really liked it. A lot different. Like I said, she took a whole different approach to this song than the original version done by the Byrds. And I think she nailed it. I mean, she just really like put her whole self into this song. And I think she was doing it because of her closeness that she had with Graham Parsons, that she's doing a song written by Graham Parsons, and she just wanted to deliver it in the best way she could to honor his memory. Fantastic version of the song. Really love that. And like I said, I think the Byrds version is so cool because that was like the first start of true country rock. Nobody else was doing that style of music when they put that album out. It was so unique at the time. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the comparison of the Byrds and Emmylou Harris doing the song Hickory Wind, written by Graham Parsons. Graham Parsons left us way too early. It was, I think, 1973 when he passed away. But his legend lives on in the music that he wrote, and he wrote some great music. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, which is the thumbs up button. If you have any comments about Emmylou Harris or the Byrds doing the song Hickory Wind, put in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated also. Now, I can take a link to both videos and put it into my description below. So if you want to watch the videos and listen to the song again, Just click on each of the links. They'll open up, play for you, and I won't be stopping them. I'm also going to be putting the links to the channels that put these videos up. You might want to check out those channels. They may have some other really cool stuff that you want to watch. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Go below this video and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So, like I said, I heard a version of this in my car yesterday, and it was an alternate version. It was recorded by Parsons, obviously never released because I couldn't find it on any of his 2 albums that he released in the early 70s. So I thought, let's go back and do the Byrds. And then when I found that Emmylou Harris did it, it's like, that's a natural, because Emmylou Harris was very close to Parsons. So this put a huge smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.